needs the least introduction. He's a world-class poker player as well as being a backgammon player. Gus, how did you get into backgammon?
Well, I think the question is really how did I get into poker? I mean, I started with backgammon. I think back in the days, my mom brought home a backgammon set. I played a little with my sister. I played a lot of sports when I was younger. I played when I was at tennis camp or whatever. There was a couple of other guys, and I just kind of continued. And basically, the organization in Denmark, the Danish Backgammon Federation, is very strong, very organized. A lot of people playing team tournaments at cafes. So I just kind of continued in my younger years. I mean, during high school and so forth. And then after high school, I took a break from school and never returned to school, but started playing a lot of backgammon. So the first, I would say, 5-6 years of my gambling career was mostly backgammon. Nowadays it's of course mostly poker, but I still know how to play a little bit of backgammon. I am from Denmark. I don't live here anymore, but I mean, obviously I still have some connections to back here. I have a lot of connections to the Backgammon Society, of course, since that's where I started out. And a lot of my really good friends are playing in this event, and it's fun to play backgammon. I like to play backgammon, and I might, I have to admit, be a little rusty because I haven't played that much backgammon lately. But like I said, I've played a lot over the years, so I think I can still play a decent game. Denmark is a very, very strong backgammon nation. We have a strong federation, a lot of organized tournaments, and just a lot of strong players. And basically, it seems like we're probably the leading nation as far as top backgammon players. And it seemed like a fitting challenge, Denmark versus the world. Obviously, some people think the world is the favorite. Obviously, us Danes, we think that the Danes are the favorite. But it's an interesting match with basically all of the top players in the world. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a lot of different games. There's some very short matches, some speed matches. There's a little bit of everything, so you kind of get the whole into the mix. So it's an interesting match, and I think so far it's the first day, but I think Denmark is slightly ahead, so it's looking good. I think it's fair to say that me and Sander, another Dane, is probably the fastest players in the world. That's at least how it seems to me. We're used to playing at a pretty decent pace, so obviously me and Sander are going to play in some of the speed formats. I know I'm next up when they finish the match. I'm going to play a speed match against Falafel, and basically I'm so much more used to playing fast than he is, but I know he's been practicing that event, so we'll see. It's going to be interesting. But on the other hand, I mean, he's more in the backgammon mode, and I might be a little rusty, so it should be interesting. One of my fellow Danes is he's writing a book at the moment. I think it's actually done and finished, and maybe it is in print already, but he sent a file for me to peek at, look at some of the positions and some of the work that he's done, and I can safely say that I needed a little boost, because looking at some of the positions, I definitely wasn't as sharp as I wanted to be. So that was a good little practice session I had, just looking over the stuff he's been working on. So I think most of the Danes has been playing more backgammon than they usually do, and just kind of trying to get ready for this. I have been a little bit lazy, but like I said, I did start looking at positions and so on, so that'll have to do.
I'll give you double sixes.
I think the most interesting format for backgammon in this day and age is like the speedy format. I don't think people will have the attention span for a 2.5 hour long backgammon match. Nowadays it has to be fast-paced action, preferably with a lot of money on the side. So basically, I mean, the speed format, and if you can get some big action tournaments with a lot of player, maybe similar to the poker buy-ins, which is usually $10,000 a player. Some beginnings are trying to take form of creating those kind of tournaments, but we still need a little more TV coverage and a little more high-stakes action, but hopefully it can be done.
Great, thanks very much, Gus, and good luck in your matches.
Thank you.